Ladies and germs, welcome to the BITTYBATS playoffs. Alright, like I said, I'm getting back with you tonight after the games took place. I got a minute left before it hits midnight, so I'm a little tired. But this is how it broke down. In the Sharp Curves Conference, the 1 seed Atlanta played the 2 seed of the Switchback Conference, the Dodgers. Atlanta won their game 5-3 over San Francisco, and the Dodgers beat the Mets 8-2. So the Dodgers had a +6 point margin, and Atlanta had a +2 point margin. The tie goes to LA Dodgers. LA advances to the champions bracket. Number 2 seed LA Angels in the Switchbacks and the Sharp Curves Conference played the number 1 seed New York Yankees in the Switchbacks Conference. LA lost to the Yankees straight up, 8-4. Yankees won, and the Yankees advance to the champions bracket. Yeah, that was the only head-to-head game, so that was a little rough on the Angels. Some of these teams lost, and by virtue of tiebreaker and other teams losing and point margins, they advanced. So the Angels kind of got hosed on that, but that was the only head-to-head matchup this week. So we'll see if the Angels can actually get out of the contenders bracket. And I'll give you the matchups. I'll let you know who the Angels play next. As you can see, I have a vested interest in the Angels going all the way. Then you had the number 3 seed of the Sharp Curves, San Diego, playing San Diego was the 4 seed. They played Pittsburgh, the 3 seed in the Switchbacks Conference. San Diego beat the Cubs 3-2, and Pittsburgh lost to Milwaukee 4-3. So San Diego advances to the champions bracket. Pittsburgh falls to the contenders bracket. And then finally you had the San Francisco Giants, the 3 seed for Sharp Curves, taking on the 4 seed for the Switchbacks, Boston Red Sox. Boston lost by 2 points playing Kansas City. San Francisco lost by 2 points playing Atlanta. Now, this was a tie because both teams lost by 2. So in the playoffs, one of these teams has to win. I can't just make it a tie. So then what I did is the next tiebreaker was runs, total runs. So as you can see here, San Francisco had 7 runs, Atlanta had 7 runs, Boston only had 5 runs, and Kansas City had 8 runs, right there in the parentheses. So by virtue of 2 tiebreakers, San Francisco Giants move on to the champion bracket. Boston falls to the contenders bracket. So that's how that all played out. You had, well, let's just turn the page here. You had the Yankees, the Dodgers, the Giants, and the Padres all making it to the champions bracket. And then you had the Braves, the Angels, the Pirates, and the Red Sox all falling to the contenders bracket. So here's what that looks like. On Friday, you're going to have the Yankees, the number 1 seed, going up against the Padres. You're going to have the Dodgers going up against the Giants. That'll be a great game. Then you're going to have in the contenders bracket, Atlanta going up against Boston, the new Braves versus the old Braves. Then you're going to have the Angels going up against Pittsburgh. So that's what the matchups are going to be. They are all fantasy games. So if you lose, you still have a chance to win, and if you win, you still have a chance to lose. That's just how the fantasy games break down. So that's a visual of it. I will get back on here Friday night and let you guys know, maybe Saturday, depending on how my Friday night goes. But once again, it's a double elimination playoffs. So basically, those top 4 teams, the Yankees, Dodgers, Giants, and Padres, are all looking pretty. In the contenders bracket, 2 of those teams are going to be eliminated. So whichever teams lose, you got Atlanta going up against Boston. One of those teams is done. And then Pittsburgh going up against LA Angels. One of those teams is done. and then the other two will play the loser of the championship bracket teams. The two winners of the championship brackets are one game away from the World Biddies. They'll be sitting pretty, and they'll be waiting for their opponent. So that's how that breaks down. If you guys are kind of confused about the layout of the playoffs, you can go hashtag CWS, College World Series, or just Google College World Series, and you'll see brackets. You'll see the elimination bracket, and then you'll see like the winners bracket, and that'll kind of give you more of an idea of how that works. But I'm trying to like walk you through it this time around. This is new to me too. This is the first time I ever really watched College World Series. So I decided, instead of just you win one game and the other person loses and then you would go on to the next, this makes it a little bit more exciting. Because like my Angels, if they lose, they already lost once. If they lose again, they're done. But they might be able to dodge elimination. So we'll see how that works out. You guys have a great week. Enjoy the NBA draft tomorrow, and I'll get back with you on the weekend.